What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Daysha E.
And it's your boy, Dante.
And y'all already know we are back with another great episode of Culture or Clickbait, where we take the hottest headlines in music, sports, and entertainment, and we determine if it's for the culture
or simply just for clicks.
Dante, you should have had the bells so we could ting.
I know, right? It's the holiday season, and I did not bring the bells.
It is.
I could have been like a little reindeer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an elf today.
You're an elf. You can't be both. You gotta choose. Santa need all
that actually would have been
place.
dope, though. Rodolph, Elfie, that kind of was lit.
It's giving confusion, but nonetheless, it's 2024. We welcome all of it.
We close to the end.
Yeah, we are. So you guys, this is our last episode for this season. So let's clap it up for us. Yay. Round of applause for everybody.
That's bittersweet, though.
It is.
I'm not ready to be done.
No, me neither. I feel like we just got here.
Exactly. We just started yesterday.
So we really did just get here, and I just feel like I'm not ready to wrap it up yet. Like, I enjoy you. I enjoy shooting our show.
Right, me too. I'm not ready to take such a large break right now.
Yeah,
it's gonna feel like we just got in our groove.
We did, and we just getting the people going, everything. But anywho, I feel like we'll have some great and really big things going on in the new year. So y'all just stay tuned because you will see Daysha E and Dante B again in season 3.
I know y'all see our little
Did you see how
pajamas.
I did that? I was rapping.
You was rapping?
Yes,
Do
I said
again.
Daysha E, Dante B, season 3. The fuck?
I don't know what I'm supposed to come with next, though. I'm not a rapper.
No, you didn't have to. I finished it. Bars. Handled it.
And
No.
that's when you throw shoes. It's a performance thing. Like, if you do something dope, you take your shoe off and you throw it at each other.
I don't like that.
Y'all ain't never do that?
No,
Oh,
I never did that. But since we are about to wrap up with this last episode, I do want to know, what's one of your favorite moments from this season?
My favorite moment from this season, I would have to say the episode when we talked about Tyler Perry
Okay.
getting the Netflix special. For some reason, I think that was a big moment in culture for me, especially watching like the show, because I actually saw the show, Beauty and Black. And it was a good show, actually. And so that episode for me always plays back in my head. So I think it was like one of my favorite moments of all the entire season.
True. That was a cute moment. I feel like that was also when we was really like finding our tempo as like a unit as well. I feel like that's one of those episodes where we was like, okay, I see it, I feel it.
Right, it's like, that's where you kind of, well, at least for me, I know that's why I noticed I can see the potential of where this is about to go.
For sure.
What about yours?
It's kind of hard. I've been here a while.
Think of the last 4 to 5 months.
Last 4 to 5 months. Oh, the unreleased, never seen by nobody, by none of y'all, will probably be one of my favorite moments that, again, y'all.
Oh, wow.
saw.
I'm so slow. I just noticed what you was talking about.
Yes. If he
he
dies. Basically. So, yeah.
One day y'all will see it. One
Maybe.
day it'll reach the world. We should actually put that out as a special New Year's
I hope
Eve
somebody
episode.
deleted that whole
Bloopers.
thing. But knowing them, probably not. Probably not. All right, Dante, we're going to get into these topics. Let's bust it down and wrap this up.
No problem. So let's just jump into the first topic, all right, shall we? Cenat has just met one of the original streamers to streaming world, ICarly herself.
ICarly.
Now, if you don't know who ICarly is, ICarly, she comes from the 2007 show on Nickelodeon, ICarly, of course, played by Miranda Cosgrove. The show basically followed her as her and her family had moved away. They was going to, well, they didn't move, they was on vacation. And she had to find something to do with her time. And she started streaming. She became one of the top streamers just going viral in that time on social media. Now, this was before people were actually even streaming for real, before it was a thing. So she became the first person who we even saw visually do that.
Yeah.
Right? So what a nostalgic moment to see the turn of events where now looking forward, Cenat is literally doing the same
in real
format
time.
that she's doing in real time.
Yeah. It just goes to show how a lot of these shows and or movies and things that we watch are beyond its time. And I think it's super dope for him to have gotten to meet her. I feel like she should be on a whole episode. They should probably have like a series, kind of like how he did his series
Right.
with his friends. I think that he should do something along those lines with her too, and it'll probably be really cool. I know he'll probably get the 90s babies and all the people that used to be watching iCarly to tune in. So 90s
And when you think
early
about
2000s.
when you think about her show in general, it almost gives you what Cenat does.
It is literally
like they
that.
did the same thing. She brought guests on the show.
Mhm.
They played around in a very unformatted,
Yep.
uniform way. Like they did many different
Random
segments within one.
dancing.
Right. Clowns jumping out of nowhere
sure.
on random episodes. It was literally the same format.
It is. It literally is the blueprint for Kai. We've been talking about Kai for a little minute. I ain't gonna hold you, Kai. Again, call us.
We need to be on the episode.
Now, this was definitely for the culture for me. What about you?
I think this is definitely for the culture. It's a nostalgic moment. If you're a 90s baby, you definitely came up on iCarly, especially if you're a Nickelodeon fan.
Yeah.
So I definitely think this is for the culture. In a recent interview with Complex, Dr. Dre has basically stated that he has not been inspired by any artist of this time for the last 16 years. Now, he also stated within that interview that the only artist that has inspired him lately has been Kendrick Lamar. Now, he gave a few of the albums that Kendrick Lamar did, which was one of being Mad City. That was one of his favorite albums by Kendrick Lamar. He said that album actually did something for him. Now, if you haven't noticed, this has came off of Dr. Dre's new album that he's released collaboratively with Snoop Dogg called Missionary, that I've heard a few of the records for, and it's actually pretty dope. Have you got a chance to look at it?
I was just about to say, I actually have not had the chance to look at it, but I want to go back to the fact that Dr. Dre said that nobody has like inspired him or moved him in the last 16 years. And I just feel like,
I guess he doesn't feel like these artists got what he needs to.
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't understand. I'm going to say maybe not, but at the same time, on the other side, I'm going to say I don't understand, right? Because isn't Dr. Dre and everything around him very shoot 'em up, bang, bang, drugs, bad bitches, and all this other stuff going on? And that is the exact same essence of what's happening in music right now. The only difference is, or well, over the course of the last 16 years as well, but the only difference is a lot of the younger generation have not lived it themselves.
I think that's the difference. So when we talk about music that they did back then, that was almost their lifestyles, for real, for real. So the music felt different, and it had depth to it. Kind of like what Daysha just said in the interview recently, where she was stating that hip hop is soul.
Yeah.
There was soul in hip hop at one time. There was actually real experiences, and we don't get that anymore. So maybe, and I'm just assuming from Dr. Dre's standpoint, he doesn't get that realism from the music now today as well.
Yeah.
Because everybody's doing the same thing and it all sounds the same. Plus, I mean, if you ask me personally, every time someone says that they don't feel like they get nothing from the newer artists today, I think because we all kind of want something that's honestly not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to even think about business-wise in music, the whole infrastructure is different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, even financially, what costs to make a record to be that great back then.
Right.
Now, they don't even have those type of resources, so they're just doing anything. So only the ones that's operating at a high level is the ones that we see all the time.
True.
Which makes it look like we see the same artists over and over.
True. That makes sense. I don't know. Now, I do think that Dr. Dre and Snoop doing this collaborative effort, I mean, Jesus. Now, I do think that Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre both doing this collaborative album is going to definitely be for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what their music sounds like now.
From what I heard, I think it still got a little bit of their old, vibe.
The original essence.
Right, the original essence of Dr. Dre, the original essence of Snoop Dogg, but it does feel a bit nuanced. You can tell he's been listening to some Kendrick. I can definitely tell you that.
Yeah.
So, for me, I would say this is definitely for the culture though. Dr. Dre, conversation-wise, probably clickbait, but the idea of him and Snoop Dogg doing an album together is for the culture.
Yeah, that statement for sure is clickbait. Has he worked with anybody in the last 16 years? If he has, then that's just proof that that's clickbait. So that's why it's like, you sure you ain't secretly pull up on nobody at the studio? You ain't secretly tell somebody change this tune to that tune while being there. Like, I don't know. It definitely, that statement is giving clickbait. Clickbait with the intent to bring people to the music, which will probably have some culture. Not probably. We can guarantee there will be some culture there within the music.
It almost takes me back to LL Cool J's statement. But see, LL Cool J gave us an album that was very new, but also the essence of who he was, and he did not let us down. So we hoping that Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre do the same exact thing, especially coming with a statement like that.
For sure. The OG's coming back. Jamie Foxx was recently in an altercation at his birthday function, and let's just say that it was a little messy, right? Allegedly, there was another table of people who were very belligerent and also having themselves a good time and decided to throw a glass over at Jamie them table for simply being too loud or just having too much going on. Now, this did result in him having to get some stitches and go to the hospital, so a whole debacle here. And definitely crazy after hearing Jamie with his What Had to Happen.
Yeah, his Netflix
What Had Happened
series.
was Netflix special, and him talking about his health scares and bleeding from the brain and being in a whole nother altercation where a glass is being thrown. I don't think really is very conducive to nothing he has going on right now.
When I saw this headline, I was actually kind of disappointed because you're right. We just got done talking so good about what
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx got going on, some of his accolades that's happening, especially with the Netflix series. So to look up and now he's in an altercation, and it's not an altercation that he has caused. It's just the fact that he has now negativity surrounding his name while he's trying to celebrate the good that's happening in his life.
Yeah.
You know, so that's unfortunate, but gladly he's okay.
Yeah, I do know that the people know that Jamie is a partier. So I'm gonna say, now granted, I don't think that he deserved for a glass to have be thrown at him, but we can say allegedly he didn't do anything to cause the situation to happen because, again, if you know, you know, Jamie likes to party.
But apparently wasn't he trying to get someone else to calm down?
Yes, he was, but the whole altercation came about simply because everybody being a little too energetic, a little too belligerent, or whatever the case may be. And you know how birthday dinners tend to get. We all know how that kind of go when you got all your people in one place. It can be a little bit of much. But I don't know. Like you said, I was kind of disappointed when I heard it as well because he has a lot going on right now that's positive for him. And that looked like he was trying to step into a new light when it comes to certain things. And then boom, we have this episode right here. So it just kind of seemed like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it was his birthday.
Exactly. That's even worse.
It's just like, I'm kind of in the right place at the right time. Like, hey, this is when I was born, boo. It's my birthday.
Honestly, he should have had his security there say, get these people out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't even need to be that close to me with no glass.
Now, this right here, I'm going to say is definitely clickbait. I don't really see anything cultural happening here other than some belligerent people being at a birthday dinner function, which we all know is kind of like cultural. In a sense, when you celebrating life, like, you know, people gonna be turned. So that part is like cultural, but the whole incident itself is pretty clickbaity.
I'll definitely say this clickbait for me. It's nothing cultural behind it. It's all just headlines.
All right, in other news, Dante, we do have on the docket today, Jay-Z and Diddy alleged accuser definitely has an exclusive interview right now with NBC that's out. And let's just say, again, we do not victim shame. We do not take away from people's experiences or anybody that has dealt with anything along these lines, but something about it just does not seem too right.
All I'm gonna say is why lie? Why lie? Why lie? Like, what are we getting from that? We're taking away so much attention from actual victims.
Yeah.
People who are actually dealing with rape situations, sexual assault, sexual abuse on a day-to-day basis. Why are we doing this?
So you see, I'm not gonna say why lie, right? Because then that kind of automatically places everything, if that makes sense. I'm just going to say that things are very questionable right now. just big question marks everywhere. Because again, like we said last week, if this was really about justice for somebody who was really in that type of situation, this would be a criminal case. And that's not the case right now. So I just feel like there's big question marks right now. Like, it's very much giving a scene out of a movie.
It's
You know how
giving
people
a lot of theatrics.
Yeah, you know how people like study a movie or something like that and then say, I'm going to map out my plan the same way as this movie, which we have seen done
Like,
in more ways than one. But
so my questions are, one, is this just a case of convenience because you want to talk about it now because it's a big case going on around Diddy, and then now you able to capitalize off the situation before it ends? Because the only difference between this accuser and some of the other accusers have actually included themselves,
yeah,
whether they have shown their faces.
I was just
all
about to
of
say that. Mhm.
They're not afraid to get justice. How do you expect us as people, and I'm sorry if it comes off a bit insensitive,
Yeah.
but how do you expect us as people to actually believe you or even want to at some point feel you, and you won't even show us you,
Yeah.
right?
That's a big question mark for
Because
me.
I don't know who we looking at. We could be looking at a fucking 50-year-old man sitting on the other side of that screen and we don't know.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. Again, if this was truly about justice and not really just trying to bring down somebody's character or throw somebody else in the mix, then again, it's 2024. And again, I hate to say this and sound insensitive as well, but we are at a point where people advocate for so many different things on the face of this earth. At this point, again, we at the point where people get to be them, they.
And I don't want to victim shame.
Which is nothing wrong with that, right? But my thing is we advocate for so much where we have faces who we know are pushing these agendas. I feel like, again, if this was something that seriously had happened, you know that you are not the only person on the face of this earth that has experienced something like that. You know that deep down inside and at the core of you, you're trying to get justice. You should also be at a point where you can kind of, again, like you said, show yourself.
Right. I mean, and the thing is, everything moves off facts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show us facts. I don't want to just hear a bunch of blatant statements without facts.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you just don't have that yet, let's hold off on the allegations until we get it.
Yeah.
Because now we're going to all be sitting around here waiting in front of the TV, trying to see how this case is going to go, when we could be worried about so much more important stuff that's going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. If you're not serious about your own justice, don't include us.
I agree. Now, do you believe that this is culture or clickbait?
This is clickbait to me. They're going to kill me for it, but it's clickbait.
Yeah, they going to drag you, baby, not let you get up and breathe.
You're going to say, oh, he's so freaking insensitive. Okay.
Yeah, no, but you'll be all right.
You'll live to see another day.
We ain't worry about it too much, sweetheart. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's kind of clickbait too. Again, the conversation about sexual assault or being made aware of how those things work, like knowing how to be vocal and say no to certain things or remove yourself from certain stuff. All of that is for the culture, right? But
and that's why I feel like this, because I take that serious.
Yeah.
I don't like when people play with those kind of allegations.
Yeah, no, me neither. So I'm gonna go with this being clickbait 4,000 as well. So we have Dante. There's some trendy stuff going on right now, and I'm sure you saw. But Remy Ma and PaPoose are in the media eye again, but this time it's not giving black love.
Remy Ma and PaPoose are in a PaPoose.
Literally. And it's not giving black love. It's very much giving Remy got a boyfriend, child, which I feel like we all kind of knew that. You knew? You didn't know that?
No.
That's insane. You be knowing stuff. And I just feel like, I think we all kind of knew Remy got the battle rap boyfriend that PaPoose slapped or knocked out.
This was news to me. I never thought Remy.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Okay,
This caught me.
Yes, definitely. So Remy has a boyfriend. PaPoose knocked the man out because the man clapped him up before and then had dealings with his wife after the fact. But her boyfriend came out and tried to make it seem like PaPoose been knew about them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that just popped up. It also was pictures that surfaced from Christmas last year. So Remy been living her life. This is a little boo thing. This is like You take Christmas pictures, you sort of kind of almost in love, sis. So this is real. It has been a lot going on around this subject, Dante, and I don't know if you saw.
I was in tune with everything that was happening. I was like, where did this come from?
Yes, but then PaPoose little girlfriend, what's her name?
Clarissa?
Carissa. She
was
bust
that
down her rap.
on the rapping in front of the car?
She had her little diss record and it gave
cornball.
Yeah, it did. It did. You said it, not me. You said it.
It gave cornball.
It did.
Like, this is when I say, Remy, get in the booth.
No, but Carissa could fight.
We want the booth. Well, Remy can fight too.
I don't know if she can Carissa fight. I don't know. I should have had a bob because she gonna need a bob and weave. Because I don't know. I don't know, but
who your money on?
In a fight?
Clarissa, Remy.
For sure. No, Clarissa, not Remy. Remy was in prison.
Remy
so
went to prison.
She might have learned a thing or two in there. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm gonna go with the trained fighter for 1,000.
I'm gonna go with the street fighter all day, Remy.
Now on a serious note, right? My issue with this is I just don't care for the fact that they went through this whole thing in front of our face, right? When all of this stuff was happening, like, in the background. They could have just left it in the background. They could have left us believing in Black love. They could have left all of this stuff out of the public eye to me. And I feel like they could have just went their separate ways. Definitely, if they was already having dealings with other people, they already are separated, if not directly separated on paper, because they're not officially divorced.
Mm-hmm.
But if not officially separated on paper, y'all both have come to some type of agreement to be separated to an extent where y'all are dating other people. Why all of this debacle now? Then the people want to talk about PaPoose allegedly, and we gonna say allegedly, because if he was cheating while she was in prison, he did it right. If he was.
Why was that right?
He did it right, because we didn't know. We, the people, while Remy was gone, we didn't know that PaPoose had a little girlfriend or somebody that he was messing with or nothing like that. And then on top of that, I feel like if you look at the amount of time that she was gone, he is a man.
I mean, the only thing I don't like about the entire situation, because I get it, you know, we are mortal humans, so I get that.
For sure.
The idea that all of this was taken to social media and as far as it went, like for me, I hate when we see some of our, I would say, favorite couples.
Yeah.
I can say that, honestly. Some of our favorite couples get in front of the social media world and literally put on a show. Because I don't want to see Remy and him throwing each other under the bus.
No.
Like, 'cause some of the things that were being said, it was very harsh.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and I wouldn't ask that of anybody. You know, keep that behind closed doors. We don't want to know. Just break up, keep us out of your business, and then let us look up and see y'all in new relationships and be like, what happened?
Literally.
Like, that's we don't have to see the text messages. No. We don't have to see, you know.
We don't have to know that he punched you in the garage. My thing is,
it almost felt like at that point, the whole goal was to ruin each other's reputation.
1,000%. That's all that this was about. They literally turned it to a public court and let the people have at it to say who's right or wrong, who's good or bad, when in reality, stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stuff happens in relationships. The lady went to prison. That was probably a strain on a relationship, getting out and then trying to get back into society and trying to be submissive to her husband. Just so many different things that happened. She had a baby. I'm sure he was probably going through his own changes. So I agree with, I don't want to see this showdown right here in front of our face. Not with y'all trying to tear down each other's image when we both know you guys to be pretty well put together people. No, I'm actually trying to hold back a cough. So it's making my eyes water. Now, granted, I wasn't finna cry about them people. This shit happens. Niggas get punched in their garage and then wake up the next day and be back in love again. You know what I'm saying? People go to prison and then people cheat on them. This is real regular, like, they just giving our hood cousins. And that's just normal. But yeah.
Hood cousins playing out on TV.
1,000%. Now, was this culture or was this clickbait for you? And now I'm gonna cough.
This was definitely clickbait for me. This is not for the culture. I don't condone violence.
No, this is not for the culture either. I am here for Black love, and I hate the tear down of Black families and love. So Clickbait.
So, Daysha, for this next one, I'm gonna need a quick little intro.
There you
Da
go.
da da da. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, and you supposed to join in.
I was
That's
a
the
background
background.
dancer. I got a background dance and sing.
Yes.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Talk to your manager. Guys, this is great news, by the way. Mariah Carey will be opening the Christmas Day football game alongside Beyonce. Now, Beyonce's not opening. She will be doing the halftime show. But how epic is this to have both
Extremely.
big artists doing the Christmas Day show with Netflix as well? Now, Netflix, don't let the freaking system crash this time.
No, seriously. Don't let it crash because it's going to crash out.
Because all of us going to be mad. Because first of all, we're watching the football game with y'all, and then you're gonna give us this halftime show and it's gonna crash. We're gonna be upset.
And everybody is definitely gonna be tuned in at the beginning and at halftime. That's when y'all gonna have the most max out. Now, we done talked about this before, Netflix, so come a little closer. We talked about them servers and them satellites and all that stuff that I don't really know that much about. But
Y'all
I feel
had
like y'all
time during Mike Tyson
Exactly.
fight to get this together.
Exactly. So we don't want to hear it when Mariah and Beyonce come out there.
I'm
okay?
gonna tell you like this: if it's not together, y'all gonna lose subscriptions. I guarantee you.
Mariah gonna have something to say about it too, because ain't no way it's Christmas season and y'all mess up something that she is on. And then Beyonce gets an additional 20 minutes to this show as well.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, this is a concert. This is not a halftime performance.
Right, this football game has turned to a fucking show.
Additional 20. So you mean to tell me we finna watch about 40 minutes of Beyonce?
Right, because what originally was only 15.
That's insane.
So to add 20 to 15, that's half the game.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's kind of tight though. That is kind of tight. It just goes to show how epic and how much of an influence and how much of like moguls and legends these ladies are. So I'm excited to see what they do. And I think it's cute that they put these women on this NFL game. And I think that it's gonna draw in numbers that Netflix is not expecting. Had them service together.
As I always say, never discount the black dollar.
Ever. Well,
because
the
our
dollar
money
only
good.
black at halftime.
I'm saying our money good. Look at I watch all these people that's gonna watch because of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me ask you this. I ain't gonna say no names.
What is this? Are you sweeping?
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
If she was performing, would it be the same number of views?
That's Swifty? Oh, I get it. That was cute. I don't think so. I'm still trying to figure out who the Swifties are. It's a lot of them, but I'm really still trying to figure out who they are.
And I don't have no problem with them.
Me neither.
But I'm just saying how cultural and how big of an event this football game will be just by adding these two ladies.
Yeah, I think that this is going to let it be known that before there was a Swiftie, there was a Mariah.
And there was
respected.
No.
For sure. I mean, we know
a child
Beyonce.
of destiny.
We know Beyonce for sure. I get that they do the comparison between them. We know Beyonce for sure, but Mariah, the girls sleep on Mariah until about November anyway. For whatever reason, I don't understand why.
I think Mariah has purposely made herself comfortable through the rest of the year and waits literally for November, and now it's October, to start coming out of her shell and singing all over the place.
But she told y'all it wasn't time this October. She said, give her a little second. Like, let me get into it.
But I'm here for it.
Me too. Now, this is definitely for the culture for me.
Cultural, definitely.
I think across all cultural lines. Now, in music, there is a lot of Christmas music coming out, and everybody kind of like getting in they Christmas bag this year. I've never seen so many Christmas songs and so many different genres of music. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
But we have Glorilla and Kalani with their Christmas time.
That was actually really good.
I think it was good too. I think the little code switch that it did when it got to Kalani kind of threw a lot of people off.
It did.
But I think that, again, Glow has had a great run this year. I think that it's great that she decided to jump into her Christmas bag and try to make this record be a thing. And I don't think Kalani does any wrong musically either. Again, I think it just threw everybody for a loop because nobody was expecting it to go from rap to straight to like Christmas Carol R&B.
Because it started off that way.
Yeah.
And then as soon as her verse came in, it kind of got street.
Turned up.
And then it goes back to the Christmas Carol.
But it makes
then
sense.
Then it go back to the street.
It makes sense to me though when you decide to mash them two up. But again, like I said, I don't think that they did no wrong.
In the hood.
Period. Santa going straight to the ghetto because he got to cover all ends. And I ain't mad at it. I think that's what they did in this song. They covered all ends.
I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus, the black version.
Period. Who else has music out right now?
So Weedy has her new single as well that came out for the Christmas holiday. Now, before she put the song out, a lot of the fans on Twitter was kind of like joking about it, saying, oh, this sounds like something that'll be in Forever 21. And then look up. She gets a Forever 21 deal around the time of Christmas, and her song is one of the songs playing in Forever 21. That's the queen of branding.
No, they're gonna learn. The people gonna learn. The haters gonna learn. Y'all hate people way into success every time. Every time. If you don't like something, just stop talking about it. Because soon as you try to shade it, you are literally somebody's PR team that's gonna find a way to flip that and make it make sense.
Exactly. Her team probably say, nah, we can capitalize on
this.
Because probably said, ding, this shit do sound like some shit we're hearing in Forever 21. That's a bag.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Outside of that, you also have Jacquees and his label that also put out another Christmas project this year. Jacquees usually does pretty good with the Christmas matchup, so I'm not really mad at it. I only heard 2 songs, but I'm not mad at it at all.
I actually haven't taken a listen, but I will because I do like Jacquees.
Now, while we're talking about music, we can't forget to talk about the success that Chris Brown has been having thus far. You know, everybody I'll say it like this. Social media is not a real place. Why I say that? Because on social media, he's canceled, but in person, those numbers don't lie. Those seats that he's selling don't lie. People are showing up at the bus loads.
It don't lie, it don't lie, and it don't lie.
So who said Chris Brown was canceled? Not over here.
Nope. I sure enough went to the 11/11 concert, and it was amazing. This project deserves exactly what it's getting. Chris Brown deserves exactly what he's getting. And I feel like I say this anytime we talk about Chris Brown, so I'm not gonna go there. Y'all already know how I feel. Not too much on my boy. Big him up. Let's clap for him. And let's just move forward. Honestly.
I think in music right now, all of the music though is for the culture, definitely.
It is.
It's the holiday season of giving, season of joy, joyful. So all the songs give that. Even when we take it to the streets with Glorilla.
Period. The people say give love. Not just on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
Not just Christmas Day.
They're gonna need my Christmas album next. I'm gonna drop it before the end of the year. I'm gonna be like SZA. I'm gonna get y'all an album before the end of the year.
Here we go.
All songs.
You went from an actor to a dancer to now he's dropping the album.
Told y'all multi-talented. I got it all. What can I say?
Hold on to it. So long, farewell
to you, my friend. Goodbye for now until we meet again. That was another great episode of Culture or Clickbait. I'm your boy Dante.
And I'm your girl Daysha.
And you know what we do every week? We take the hottest in sports, music, and entertainment, and we decide if it's for the culture
or simply for click.
And snaps.
We had to milk that because y'all, this wraps season 2, technically.
Oh.
Yes.
But we'll be back in January.
So lay round forward.
So use this time to go back and watch all the old episodes so you can get used to us.
Hello, and make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bell on YouTube at the HBUC.
And follow us on social media at the HBUC. And I am Dante Brown.
And it's your girl, Bella_DOND, aka Daysha.
And we're out of here. Toss shoes.